So Dave, I'm very intrigued about this extinct giant beaver. Is it true they were the size of black bears?
That's right, yep. Wow. They were huge rodents, much larger than today's modern beaver, and they were about 200 pounds, about the size of a black bear.
Oh my gosh, so we've got a skull here, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll pick this up, you can get an idea of the size of this skull.
So looking at it at first, I think, okay, not a giant beaver, but compared to...
Yeah, when you compare it to our modern beaver that we have today, you can really see the size difference.
That's insane. The body that went with this must have been quite large.
It was huge, yeah, up to about 200 pounds. Well, this is the cast of a skull of a giant beaver. And this specimen is nice because it shows these massive front incisors on the beaver.
Wow.
So they also have cheek teeth back here. And you can see they look sort of similar between the modern beaver and the Pleistocene beaver.
Right, it's a very similar layout.
Mm-hmm. So they probably had similar food habits.
I noticed with the beaver that they're categorized as Ohioensis.
Yeah, that's the second part of the scientific name. So their scientific name is Castoroides ohioensis.
Okay.
And ohioensis means from Ohio.
That's cool.
So the very first specimen of giant beaver was located right here in Ohio in 1830s. There's about 15 specimens of this critter that's been found in Ohio.
Wow.
So fortunately, most of them end up being donated to museums so we can have them for display and for education. An interesting sidelight to that is there were probably saber-toothed cats here in Ohio, but nobody's found one yet. We always tell people, if you find unusual bones or teeth, give us a call.
Yeah, that's great that people know you're a resource for that kind of thing. That's wonderful.
It's interesting to tell people that, you know, the Ice Age animals aren't some faraway thing, but they are found right here in Columbus, right in central Ohio. And probably a lot of these critters walk through what is today people's backyards.
Right, that's kind of incredible. You do think of it as being far off, distant kind of connection. So moving kind of down the row here, what's this?
That is a single tooth of a mammoth, and you can see that this is the chewing surface. So this part is where the mammoth did the chewing.
Wow.
And the rest of this is the roots.
Oh my goodness.
And these guys ate grasses and sedges. So as that tooth wears down from that constant grinding, the tooth can move up a little bit in the jaw, and it also moves forward in the jaw as the animal ages.
Wow.
So there's lots and lots of grinding surface here for eating those kind of plants.
So their teeth kind of shift as they
Yeah, and
age?
if we look at this mastodon jaw, I can show you how that works. If you think of our teeth, like we lose a deciduous tooth or a baby tooth, and the new permanent tooth grows in straight below it.
Right.
And these guys, the tooth erupts in the back of the jaw and then slowly moves forward during its life. And as the tooth wears down, you see this one's getting more and more worn down, starts breaking apart and actually falls out the front.
And then it's just bumped up by a new one. Do they run out?
Yeah, they do. Elephants have a predetermined number of teeth. So mammoth, mastodons, and modern elephants. And they usually will have 6 teeth on each side of the jaw and each side of the skull. And as those teeth rotate through, and what we see here is the very last tooth in the sequence. So this tooth will eventually wear down, move to the front, fall out. And then when the animal runs out of teeth, it dies of starvation.
That's kind of not fair.
No, it isn't. But if they're lucky to live that long, then they end up dying of starvation.
So about how old are these specimens?
Well, most of the specimens from Ohio are of animals that came in after the last glacier receded. So the last glacier was just about gone from Ohio by about 14,000 years ago. So most of these finds that we see are from about 11,000 to about 14,000 years old.
And so what kind of animal in today's culture could we compare these creatures to?
The closest living relative of the woolly mammoth is today's Indian elephant.
Were these all found in Ohio?
Yeah, these all were, right.
Okay.
Yep. This one was found near Urbana over in Champaign County. And this one was found in Columbiana County near East Liverpool.
Okay.
And they've been found all over the state. We have a chart here that shows all the counties of Ohio and all the finds of mastodon or mammoth across the state.
So these pieces are in your collection here, but if someone were interested in seeing, a full mastodon or something on display, how would they be able to do that?
Well, if they come to the Ohio History Center, we have a complete articulated skeleton of the mastodon.
Oh, wow.
It's the Conway mastodon. It was found on the Champaign-Clark County border in the 1870s, and it's now on exhibit and completely re-articulated.
Just looking at this piece of a bone, it's incredible to imagine how big these animals were.
Yeah, they were elephant-sized critters right here in Central Ohio.